What's going on, guys? It's your average consumer, and today I was at WWDC and we're going to be talking about the best features coming to iPhones thanks to iOS 13. And first thing we've got is dark mode. Now this is a feature tons and tons of people were really excited about. I'm not super crazy about dark mode, but I'm not gonna lie, after seeing it today on iOS 13, it actually looks pretty good. So I might be giving it a solid try once I get my hands on iOS 13, but I know a lot of you guys are gonna be happy for this one. And you can't deny the benefit of not having that blue light hitting your eyes on a daily basis. And next is being able to swipe to type on the native keyboard, and that's thanks to Apple's new Quick Path feature. I'm the type of person who always uses Google Keyboard on their iPhone because I just love to swipe to type. It's so much faster for me. Not a good texter when it comes to normal typing, and having this directly on the native app is going to be a game changer for me. And based on what I saw with some demos, it looks pretty fast and accurate, so I am excited for this one. And next up is Apple Maps. And yes, I know that sounds a bit strange on the best features list, but Apple's actually redone the app from the ground up. The app looks a lot more polished now, and there's this new feature that they're calling Look Around, which is pretty much like Street View on Google Maps. And I really like how they implemented this feature. When you're looking at the map, there's a single button you press in the top right corner, and it has the area pop up right on the top of the screen. And I kind of like the fact that it doesn't completely knock you off the map when you open it, but once you actually go and delve into the actual window, you can move across streets very smoothly. And you'll even have labels marking streets and even stores so you can jump in and see more information about them. It's gonna be really interesting to check out. Can't wait to see what Apple did with this one. Now, another big thing that Apple's including with iOS 13 is increased privacy. Now, we've all seen apps that allow you to log in with either Facebook or Google. Now, the only thing with that is that when you log into those apps, they might get access to your information from those two. But soon we'll be able to sign in with Apple that creates this alternate fake email address that they can't pull any information from. And this is going to be really great in a world where Facebook is killing our privacy. And with you being able to sign in with Apple, you can just log on to places now with Face ID instead of having to go in and put in your password on these apps. Apple's legit making a lot of good moves in terms of privacy, so I'm happy to see them doing this here. You wanna jump in on this one?
Hi, jumping in here from Emojis because I just love them. So there were also some updates to Emojis. So now with your Emojis, you can customize them and add different piercings, placement of teeth, so if you have like a missing one or a gold tooth, you can add that too. You can change your lipstick shades. There's a ton more you can do with Emojis, which is super exciting to me. But what's really exciting is Emoji stickers. So now, even if you don't even have an iPhone 10 or one of those newer devices, you can still make an emoji in sticker form. So if you have an iPhone 6 or newer, as long as you have an A9 chip, you can make these little emojis, make them look just like you, and you can use them like emojis. So my favorite emoji is the kissy face emoji, but now in the fall, I'll be able to do the kissy face emoji with my face in cartoon form. So that's really cool, and I'm so excited to see how that's actually gonna be executed. Supposedly, you'll be able to use it, of course, in iMessage, but other third-party apps as well. Fingers crossed it comes to Instagram and Twitter.
And now I'm back because we gotta talk about some audio. Apple introduced a new feature where you're gonna be able to share what you're listening to with someone using AirPods. Now, Apple handles sharing really well, whether that's AirDrop or sharing passwords to Wi-Fi. So this is going to be a cool feature. Now, the idea here is being able to listen to something and then just share it with someone nearby using the AirPods. So you're no longer having to take one of them out of your ear, pass it on to someone next to you.
We do that all the time on the plane.
We do that way too often on the plane. And now you're gonna be able to do that between AirPod users, whether it's AirPod 1 or 2, and Powerbeats Pro users. Now, it's gonna be interesting to see whether or not this feature comes to other devices with an H1 or W1 chip, but so far, those are the 3 devices that it works with, and I'm pumped for it. Now, still on the subject of audio, we actually saw some improvements to HomePod. Now, HomePod is gonna be able to distinguish voices, so if you happen to like a particular kind of music, HomePod is going to provide a personalized experience. So if someone else comes around and asks for some music to play, like Ari would ask, she wouldn't be hearing my music, she'd get personalized music for her. Now, the way that ties into iOS 13 is if you're listening to something on your iOS device, you'll be able to hand it right off to the HomePod. So maybe you just got back home from commuting, you'll be able to continue listening to your music right from the HomePod at home, and vice versa. Now, something else that I'm super pumped about is being able to have more options when it comes to editing videos and photos in iOS 13. Now, for photos, you're gonna have access to quite a few more options. So if you wanna get really granular with your edits, you're gonna be able to do that hopefully without a third-party app. Now, what's different for video is being able to actually rotate the video or even add different filters to it. there's a few different changes that we're going to be seeing to video editing, and it is a welcome change because the video editing before was a little bit lackluster. Now, there were a few other features that Apple announced that they didn't really spend too much time on, but I think were really cool. Like one being able to identify spam calls and send them directly to voicemail. Face ID is also going to be 30% faster now, which to me is a big deal. App downloads are also going to be 50% smaller, so if you happen to run out of space a lot and you're trying to get some new apps, that's going to be a good one. And also apps are going to open 2 times faster. So overall, guys, we got a lot of nice improvements coming to iOS 13, and I'm pretty excited to get my hands on it. I think I might do the beta. But we can't stop there. iPad actually has some really cool announcements. Now, it's been really clear for a while now that Apple's trying to push the iPad to become a laptop replacement, and it looks like they're getting closer to that with these new updates. And now they're no longer calling the software on iPads iOS, it is now iPadOS. And one of the biggest changes I thought that I would never see on an iPad is being able to pin widgets right to the home screen. Apple's also decreased the size of icons so you can have more on there at once. And with those new widgets, it kind of gives you that desktop feel. Apple's also made really big changes to multitasking. Now, we've been able to slide apps onto others for a while now, but with this new update, you'll be able to have multiple apps at your disposal. And you can even use an app expose to see all of the ones that you have open at once. And now you'll also be able to have multiple of the same app open at once, side by side, which is great because if you happen to use a Notes app like myself and you like to be able to go back and forth between 2 different notes, this is going to be extremely helpful. And I do a lot of planning and script writing in Notes, and with the new gesture that they've introduced, it's going to make that process a lot easier. And those features are copy, paste, cut, and undo. And if you need to copy, all you need to do is a 3-finger gesture where you just grab the stuff that you have highlighted, you can grab it again to cut, and swipe, what is it, Ari?
And like kind of throw it.
Kind of throw it down to paste it. It's an interesting move, but you can do that. And you can also swipe with 3 fingers to the left to undo. And those are really cool, but there are a bunch more other gestures coming as well. So that is gonna be interesting to look out for. And something that they also improved is being able to move around the cursor. Now it's a lot more fluid and it's easier to highlight and select text. And there are a few more features coming to the iPad that are really gonna help it feel like a laptop experience, one of which being able to use Safari to access desktop websites. You'll also finally have access to a download manager, which is gonna work great with the new file app that they have, which is a lot more robust than in the past. And even the inclusion of being able to use a thumb drive and connect it to the iPad to transfer files. And not to stray too far from the original point of this video, but macOS is also getting some cool updates that work with the iPad that allows it to work as a secondary screen, and they're calling this Sidecar. Now with this feature, you'll be able to use something like your MacBook Pro and your iPad as a secondary display, and I've seen this thing work in person, guys, and it is pretty insane. There's really low latency, so pretty much everything that you do on your iPad, it'll be reflected on the screen of your MacBook, and it's just an awesome experience to be able to have now multiple screens, even if you aren't home. And that pretty much wraps it up for this video, guys. And yes, the elephant in the room is of course the Mac Pro that they announced. Trust me, that thing looks amazing. I got to see it in person and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. It's crazy expensive, but it's gonna be really awesome for our workflow. But that about wraps up this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be the cool guy or girl that gives it a thumbs up. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace.